We're back on this Thursday with more of today in part 2 of our look at the modern marriage. This time we're talking about the ever-changing role of sex and money.
Yes, we like those two topics. We asked the folks at Nest.com to survey its readers, and the results are somewhat surprising. And here to discuss those results are Judge Karen Mills Francis, the host of Judge Karen, John Curtis.
You don't want to be looking at her.
No, you don't. John Curtis, who was a marriage counselor and is now the author of The Business of Love.
How romantic.
Psychotherapist Robbie Ludwig. She's a contributor to Cookie Magazine, one of our regulars here. And finally, David Bach, the founder of FinishRich.com and the author of Smart Couples Finish Rich. Welcome to everybody.
I wonder if that's possible in today's world.
All right, so we start off with one of the survey questions, and we learned that 70% of couples have seriously talked about finances before they get married. Well, is that surprising? Absolutely. Is that a high number?
No, marriage is a business now. It's not about love anymore. What's love got to do with it?
Marriage was not about love. It was about a business.
It's a business proposition.
It's a financial contract.
Yeah.
People always think of money as romantic, but the reality is when you get married, it's the ultimate financial contract. You would be insane to get married and not talk about money.
You should not only look at money, but if you are wise, you have to realistically look at the lifestyle you are choosing, because if you are not going to get the life you want, you're going to be feel deprived.
When you're in love, though, let's be real. Yeah. When you're in love,
you can't see
you don't think about all that stuff.
And marriage is an institution for the blind, you know that. But you got to talk about money because it's also a symbol too. It's one of those things like in the old days, traditional relationships, it's power over. I got the money and you don't. Nowadays, it's about equality. You got to talk about money.
That's what most couples argue about.
Money.
More than anything else. Right. Who is it that said it's in your vows you should also have till death do us part?
And here's what happens. We marry our financial opposite. So a lot of times we think it's sexual chemistry. You see somebody walk across the bar and you go, oh my God, they're gorgeous. No, you just found somebody that's the exact opposite of you. So if you like to spend money, you're going to be attracted to somebody who likes to save money. That's why.
That's good, hopefully.
Well, it can be good or it can be very bad. So here's what couples need to do. They need to have what I call a money date. Now, this is how you make money romantic, okay? Lots of
I want to hear that.
It's about, I'm listening. You want a money date and you want to get naked financially. So what you do is you plan a date for 1 hour where you're actually going to talk about your finances, talk about where are the credit cards, what is our credit score, but it's planned, because what most couples do is they talk about the bills in bed. I can guarantee you, if you want to ruin your sex life, talk about the bills in bed.
Yeah, but what does that planning do? So we plan this little 1 hour date, and I find out that you've run up $25,000 worth of bills. So it's over now. Hour's up. Okay.
And also, it feeds into self-esteem, too. You don't want to say, oh, by the way, I have a spending addiction, and I hope you still love me.
People lie about them, don't they?
But here's the thing, guys. Wait, women are the ones who are, now they're starting to control the money in the house.
Exactly.
Women are driving the bus in that department more and more. I think the survey said it's now
45%, I thought it said.
But you know what? But it used to be, I mean, the men did everything. We're watching the growth. Is that a good thing or a bad thing with women in charge?
It's back to that traditional model that the man is supposed to be in charge, have all the answers, whether he's competent or not. Nowadays, modern, good, effective marriages need to be based on competency. She may be better at the financial management. I may be the better cook. I'd be in the kitchen.
Roles have been reversed, right? I mean, because women used to stay at home and men used to go out and become breadwinners. Now we do it all, but guess what? Our roles haven't changed.
That's right.
So even though you're out there earning money, you're coming in, you're shopping, you're cooking, you're wiping babies' faces.
And anger reduces sexual drive.
Let's talk about sex. Okay, let's talk about that. Everyone says, well, not everybody, 60-some% say they're not having enough sex. That's the other survey.
Those are men.
That was just our crew.
Those are men. I know who those 60% are. I thought we were supposed to have secrets in this place.
Robbie, what do you think about that? 60-some% of women, or of people say they're
well,
not having enough
I think
sex.
it also, it's not just about sexual urges. Basically, if you are having a healthy sexual life, you're saying, you know what, I'm being recognized, I'm being desired, I'm being wanted, and I'm not just living with my roommate. So I think people think, and appropriately so, if I have a healthy sex life, I'm with the right person.
But it takes time.
And
nobody has enough time in their life.
Right. But you also have to have a good relationship. If you have money problems, if you can't pay the mortgage, if you can't find a good babysitter, you're not communicating, you're not going to have good sex.
No, you're not.
What happens in marriage is you have roadblocks to sex. So one of those roadblocks is actually fighting about money. What's happening with this really difficult economy where people are seeing their net worths drop in half is they're coming home so stressed because they're worried about losing their job and paying their bills. You need to talk about those things. And again, not in bed. So you need to have a time where you say, look, honey, I'm a wreck. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to have my job because so-and-so just lost his job yesterday.
Yeah.
So we've got to work as a team. And this can be, again, more women today are working than ever before. We've got more women graduating from school today than men in terms of college and starting their own business. So today the woman entrepreneur is as stressed as the man entrepreneur.
John, what do you, give me your 2 cents.
Definitely. You got to talk about it back to marriage as a contract, because the issue is I'm not having enough sex compared to what? We have the societal expectation. What's the number? Is there a magic?
It's not like in the movie.
Ask the guys 2 times a week, 5 times. You know, you got to be realistic.
Your study says that people are saying that since I got married, I'm not having enough sex, and most of those people are saying the missionary position is like the most popular one.
Can you believe that?
They're saying, you know what? Let's just get it over with. I'm ready to go.
I mean, I think that when you're having...
Here's the problem.
We gotta go.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you very much. Everyone.